Hello.
Going live. We are live.
Live.
Okay. I'm trusting 100 Thieves here. They have DMCA free YouTube video. So I got that playing kind of an intro here while we wait for people to trickle in. All right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Everything's looking good. What up, boys?
What up?
What a weekend, man. A weekend/week.
What a weekend.
Dude, crazy football games, man. I'm pumped for this upcoming week too. Although my line's got a bye week, but it's probably for the best.
You skipping the intro?
No. I'm just waiting.
Oh, you're just waiting. I got you. Yeah, I'm excited about the Bills game, Bills Chiefs game. That can.
Don't you have a gun? What is that?
Classic Lunch Podcast. Welcome. Thank you. Another
cleaned
thing.
up behind me. See this?
Well, did you always have that shelf there?
I scooted it over actually.
I was about to say that was not always there, bro. There was a chair right there.
Yeah, I moved it.
I like it, bro.
Making some moves.
All you need is a candle.
I need a rug. I do got a candle.
Okay.
They have like a rugs to go.
Is that a store?
That's a store.
No, we're not from a big city, bro.
I mean, maybe by the mall. The rug store.
You like a
Art,
drive-through?
Go to fucking Art, man.
All right. So we'll pause the music here. It was a hard stop. Next time I'll maybe fade it. Hard paused it. All right. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of the Quick Slants Football Show. Episode number 5, breaking down all things week 5 of the NFL, previewing week 6 of the NFL. We have a lot in store today, so I kind of want to jump right into it. But first, I am your host, Devin. I guess below me, let's go with below me here. We got Ben. And then next to me over here, we got Ryan.
How's it going?
You guys already know the squad. And if you don't, be sure to leave a like, hit the bell. I know a lot of people say that, but the bell actually does really help, especially when we go live. It kind of alerts you. Really beneficial. So make sure you guys leave a like if you like the video, comment your favorite team, hit the bell, do all the things. So jumping right in, I do want to start with Monday night's game last night. Las Vegas Raiders taking on Kansas City Chiefs. You guys watch the game? Ben?
No.
You didn't watch it at all. Do you watch any highlights?
Yeah, I saw some highlights, but I did not watch it. No.
Okay, Ryan? Opposite?
Yeah, I watched the first half, and then I wasn't going to watch the second half, and then I'm glad I did, because that was a wild game. It was fun.
It was a good game.
It was the anti-Colts game from Thursday.
Yeah.
That is true. That was brutal.
More action.
That is
God, that was a terrible game.
We'll touch on we'll touch on that. But yeah, so like I said, Las Vegas Raiders going in facing Kansas City to end up losing by 1 point. Really close game at the end. A lot of controversy, I guess, in a way. That's my first kind of takeaway is Raiders actually kind of looked like they had some life there. A little bit, for like how bad I felt like they've been all year.
They started running the ball. They started feeding Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs is. Did you guys see that clip where he was running an empty space and he like charged up another like gear to run and blew over that safety? What's that guy's name? He played kicker. He came in and kicked. Reed something. Eric Reed?
Is it Eric?
It is now.
Anyways, Reed.
I say Mom Love. By the way, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, my cup?
We got to get my man a Cowboys cup or something.
It says more love. Yeah, sorry.
More love's a good one though. Shout out.
Trying to keep good vibes. Actually, we'll have a cup that says good vibes as well.
Good one. But yeah, overall played pretty well. I think the big storyline though, Travis Kelce, 4 touchdowns on the night. That dude is a beast, bro. I think it's pretty obvious. You don't need me to say he's a really good ball player, but 4 touchdowns, man. I saw him memeing on Twitter a little bit today too. How do you guys feel about Travis Kelce's performance? I mean, obviously he's kind of a stud, but how do you let that guy score 4 times?
Good.
You know what's more impressive is he had 4 touchdowns on 7 catches and he had 25 yards.
Yep, 25 yards.
It was going to be what I was going to say.
It's just crazy on the other side of the ball. Adams has 3 catches for 124 yards. It's just wild.
Even how many? What was Renfro stats? He had 70 something too, right?
4 for 25.
Oh shit! Never mind. What am I talking about?
Do you guys think Kelce's the best fantasy tight end of all time?
Yeah, gotta be.
The best tight ends of all time.
He's got to be, right? I think
gotta
he's
be
up there. Okay,
might be.
It's like probably number 2 to Jason Witten, right?
Rob Gronkowski.
I was actually thinking Brandon Pettigrew, but
Jason Witten has the most first downs of all time at tight end.
Really?
He was a beast.
Oh, I just made that up.
I really like obscure stats.
Was a beast, but
I do have a couple obscure stats later on here, but
you're talking fantasy scores. You're talking like touchdown a week tight ends.
Yeah,
there's only
Kelsey's
a couple.
Man,
Gronkowski. Who else?
Antonio Gates is really good.
That's who popped in my head. Antonio Gates, and when he's good.
He's prime, yeah.
But yeah, so obviously kind of big takeaways there. I think also too, I think third downs really killed Las Vegas. They were only 5 for 12 on third downs. I think Kansas City was 7 for 12. I know that's not that much difference, but 5 for 12 going on third downs, you kind of like it. I noticed that when I'm like, I don't take notes during the game, but when I was kind of watching back the game by the third quarter, that was kind of my note, was like, convert a fucking third down, you know?
You gotta have plays for that, right? It's like, dude, I don't know. You think you would come in with like packages for third down to make sure you have some good plays.
I felt like they either ran a really stupid run, or they ran a pass that like took way too long to develop.
Yeah,
like just throw Hunter Renfrow over the middle, have him curl or something, do something, dude. Like they were like trying way too much there. I think on one of the plays they ran like it was almost like a double play action type thing. Got fucking almost sacked. I think Carr threw it away. It's like, dude, I don't know. But I think the biggest thing people are talking about from Monday night's game, Davante Adams. For anybody that doesn't know or did not see yet, Davante Adams, Las Vegas Raiders receiver, after they lost, was walking out of the game and was almost to the tunnel, and I think he was a sound guy or a photographer or something.
He's a photographer.
Happened to be in his vicinity, and Davante Adams just fucking shoves his dude down to the ground out of like rage. Let's be real. He was out of rage. Yeah. Did you guys see that clip?
Yes.
What was your first thoughts? Like, were your first thoughts like, whoa, or were you like, wow, why was that guy in front of Davante Adams like that?
I think it was dumb. I think
on Davante Adams' part or the camera guy?
Yeah, it's just a bad move altogether. Like, bro, like why would you touch anybody? You know, like you're just gonna get sued, and he is already getting sued.
You agree with that, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean the heat of the moment. I mean, I read something that they were like getting trash thrown at them the entire game. That would be annoying.
Man, you make a lot of money. Like it's a game.
Kind of hard, like,
and I understand you lost, like you're an adult.
Dude, I play a game with like Valorant, not to talk too much gaming, you know, and I play a game of Valorant and one guy says one thing to me and I'm full tilt. I can't imagine playing in the NFL and like you lose a close game like that.
Yeah, but you don't play Valorant and get up and punch somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes if they were there though, I don't know, bro.
You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, especially if you were on like TV and like. At some point, the realization of like
my big problem with that was the interview he did after the game. He was like, "Yo, before we talk about anything, I wanted to say I'm sorry to a guy." And Davante Adams made it sound like the guy like jumped out in front of him and like impeded his path. And I'm like, "No, dude! Like, watch the video. Not even in slow motion, in full speed.
People will move that guy if he's in the way. Just walk forward. Just
walk. You don't have to shove him, dude.
Will have to
walk into him if you need to. Don't push him over.
He's like, I don't know,
you shouldn't
bro.
have done it, obviously.
But so I'm not gonna be one of those guys that say like I lost. True, he's in one of my leagues too, but I'm not gonna be one of those guys that's like, oh, I lost a bunch of respect for him, but it did knock it down a peg or two. Like kind of poor sportsmanship, you know. That's my takeaway. But So that's kind of the Monday night game. Other notable games that I kind of have noted here. Dallas Cowboys going on the road, taking on the Rams. Ryan, obviously, we're going to keep talking about the Cowboys as long as they keep winning, because they ended up winning 22-10. Big win. I'm going to shout out the Cowboys. They actually won me some fucking money. I had a 3 or 4 leg parlay with the Cowboys. All pretty standard shit, I thought, but obviously you lose those bets all the time. Ended up winning like $30-40 from that, so that was really awesome. But Dallas Cowboys looking fucking good, bro. Really good. Ryan, you feeling good as a Cowboys fan right now? You gotta be, bro.
I mean, just the way the team's playing. I mean, the team's rallying. Just watch them play. Like, they just are playing with, like, I don't know. They want the ball. They want to win. Like, the defense is crazy. The offense, Tony Pollard's really good.
I think that they're just like super consistent. You know, like when you watch them, like they just consistently over and over.
Yeah, you keep thinking like, hey, they're gonna get blown out, or they're just gonna lose one of these games, and then they just come in here, and then their team still looks good. They're
running the ball.
Yeah,
5 yards of carry, 2 different guys. Like that's tough.
Yeah.
I will say,
they remind me of the Eli Manning Giants that won the Super Bowl. Like, they didn't have anyone crazy, but they just like ran the ball. They had like a couple backs and just kind of got it done.
And a Hall of Fame defense.
Yeah, and we'll see.
The Cowboys defense, some dogs on it. Not Pollard.
Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons played out of his mind.
Yeah, he's an animal for sure.
He is.
There's one play, like very like minor play in the whole thing, but something that I really liked. He got called for encroachment on a play where he kind of jumped the gun. But if you watched like the 4 plays before that dude was getting after that lineman. Like the eagerness, like when I saw that and he jumped off, like I wasn't like, oh fuck, come on, Parsons. I mean, kind of a little bit, but to me that was like, dude, this guy is like a shark that smells blood in the water and is just waiting to fucking get his opportunity. He couldn't wait to just jump on Stafford, you know? And I really like that mentality, man. Like you said, they're all kind of big.
College, man.
I will say too, if you guys remember one of the early plays, Trayvon Diggs got beat deep pretty early in that game.
What's new?
Oh, come on now.
Honestly, no, that's the guy he is. I mean, it's just the truth.
But
he is who he is.
But I will say, like, they kind of like
a couple touchdowns in, you know.
Like early on, I was like, oh shit, you know, and they kind of settled down and controlled that game. So the Rams are now 2-3, can't block anybody. Coming from a Lions fan, watching Stafford just get beat up, he's seeing ghosts, bro. It looked a lot like the old Lions days, man. To me,
it feels like the Lions. He has like no offensive line.
Kind of feel bad for him, but on the other side of the coin, Cowboys. True. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him. Just saying that. But now on the other side of the coin, Cowboys are 4-1. NFC East still looking tough though. But I want to ask you a question, both of you guys, but mainly Ryan here. The Cowboys, I believe, are going on the road to the Eagles. That's not a home game, correct?
Yeah, I think that game.
It's on the road.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. If Cooper Rush wins against the Eagles on the road this week, should he be the starter until he blows it? Or do you start just Dak as soon as he's healthy? Ryan, if Dak does, or if Cooper Rush does that, he's looking good, team's still playing well. Do you go with the hot hand, man?
I mean, I feel like you wait longer. I don't know when they're biased, but I feel like you do wait a little bit longer and let Dak get like healthy. But I don't know. It just depends on how the game goes. If he like goes out there and balls out and wins the game, you know, maybe. But I don't know. I think you still go back to Dak.
So you're kind of in the camp that you don't think Cooper Rush is like the reason they're winning.
I mean, I can pull up the stats.
He only had like 200, like low 200 yards.
No, that would be great. No, he had 100 yards. 102 yards.
Oh, really? I thought he had like, oh shit, was it 102?
Yeah. He had 102
like
yards.
212.
No, he was 10 for 16 with 100 yards, and he had 4 carries for -1 yards. He didn't win that game. The running backs won the game. He had 22 carries.
When is Dak coming back?
I would assume probably.
I heard another at least 3
Bye
weeks.
week 9. I just like look through that.
I heard another 3
Yeah.
weeks. So probably around the bye week time.
I'm them. I'm probably waiting until after the bye week to bring him back. But at the same time, I'd love to bring him back against the Lions week 7 and have him have a good game.
Come on, bro. What the fuck?
I mean, you just like.
I think we lose regardless, bro. So it's all
you
good.
play like the Lions and the Bears week 7, week 8. That'd be like a good little. But you also can probably win those games with Cooper. No offense, Lions. I love the Lions. I hope they beat the Cowboys, but
They don't.
No, you don't.
Shit.
You don't. You don't hope that. Let's
You
be
get the
real.
fuck. How about you get the fuck out of here? All right.
but week 10, maybe you bring him back and he starts, and then he's playing against Green Bay. You're probably probably lose to Philly, and then you split the Lions and the Bears, maybe.
If
I
the
feel like the
Lions
bubble
win,
pops
Bears
this week.
lost, of course.
I think the Eagles still win.
I think the Eagles beat them, and I
Settles
think,
everybody down.
Yeah, I think they probably
God,
lose 2 in
there's
a
a
row.
lot-
The Cowboys.
a lot
and
of
Dak
people
comes
hype
back before the bye week.
Riding this Cowboys train, Cooper
we're gonna
Rush
get
right
beat
now.
by the Lions, and then we're gonna play the Bears, and Dak's coming back against the Bears.
That'd be sick, though. I'm not gonna lie, as a Lions fan, I'd love to turn around and kind of show a good showing and win the game against the Cowboys. That'd be good. Because Lord knows we need it.
That's a game they win too. That's just the Lion way.
We have
It's
a bye
random
week.
game.
Yeah, we have bye weeks. But
Last week of the Lions season can't lose, you know? Am I
It's
right?
over soon, I guess.
I see a million of those tweets every year, and
Yeah,
it's like
it's
so
my favorite.
depressing because like I know it's still kind of quote unquote early, but I don't know the stats here. The percent that you make the playoffs starting 1-4 cannot be good. That's got to be under 10%.
It's like low. It's so low, yeah.
Dude, we're chalked already, kind of thing, you know. And it's
Yeah.
like I heard Dan Campbell say something, and this isn't on our script quite yet, but I watched the press conference with Dan Campbell, and he said something that really made me mad. And he said, "This doesn't feel like a 1-4 team." And I said, "What? Your record's 1-4. There's no what ifs in the NFL, bro.
I mean,
You
they've
win
scored
or
a
you
lot of
lose,
points,
bro.
They scored a lot of points. Their defense is
They scored
really
0
taking a
last
shit.
week. Because the Patriots, you know what they did? They realized they couldn't stop the run, and Jared Goff's not going to beat anybody. Our defense is ragtag. You could tell early on where penalties killed us. I have a stat here, and should I hit the stat already?
Trash, man.
I'm going to just throw it out there already.
Hit the stat.
I know Rodrigo's playing well, though. I know that.
Detroit Lions were the first team, they set an NFL record to go 0-6 on 4th down conversions this last game. After a week of Dan Campbell saying, "Hey, last week was on me. I'm taking too many risks right now. I'm just going with the stats. I got to start trusting my gut." 0-6 on 4th down conversions, bro.
Maybe he was trusting his gut. You never know. Maybe
it's
he was just
affecting
wrong
their
there.
play calling because on 3rd downs, when they need to get a 1st down, they're
They're not
running
going
these
for it,
bullshit plays to try to convert on 4th. And then you don't, and you
They're
turn
like
over the
playing
ball
analytics, yeah.
half field to the 40-yard line, and you keep losing. Stop it, Dan Campbell. Fucking stop it. You're the first team to go 0-6 on 4th down conversions since 1995.
What team was that? Do you know?
New England Patriots.
Nice.
1995.
Those are
They went
jerseys, man.
0-5
Look like
on
the
4th
Patriot
downs.
Guy on the shoulder.
Yeah, those are sick.
Come on, dude. Come on. So,
Don't love that stat. Yeah, that sucks.
anyways, talking about bad teams. Thursday night game, Indianapolis Colts taking on Denver Broncos. Honestly,
We have to
probably
talk
one of
about
the worst games I've seen in a long time. Indianapolis Colts end up taking the win 12-9 in overtime. No
Good for them.
touchdowns were scored. Between everybody, there was 12 punts, 4 turnovers, and no touchdowns. Hell of a ball game.
What
You
a
guys
great
watch
game.
that game?
No, but I did call the Colts winning. I'm gonna take a victory lap.
Hell yeah,
Hell
there
yeah,
you go.
bro.
Hell, you can have it, man. That game
You can
sucked.
have it,
Russell
bro. You
Wilson
can have
can't
it.
throw the ball. I don't know what he's
Russell
doing.
Wilson. So
I think his
apparently
ego took over his entire brain.
he's
Dude,
not
he's-
even a person anymore. He's a character, bro.
Yeah,
I
Like, he's
get it,
like a
dog.
character.
He's the main character.
He reminds me of
bro.
like Antonio Brown, but not as like wild. Like he's out in outer
wholesome.
space right now, or like Kanye West or something.
Yeah,
It's
like
like,
he's
if,
like
yeah,
out
if
in
a
Tim
outer
Tim
Tebow
space,
could
bro.
throw the ball.
Oh wow, that's true actually.
That's the truth, man. If that guy could actually throw the ball and was a successful NFL QB, like Yeah. Oh
Dude,
my God. Tim
on the
Tebow would
flip
be the
side of that, bro.
worst.
Dude, flip
Oh
side
my
of that.
God.
I don't
okay,
have
he's
any
I'm getting
notes.
flashbacks, man. I'm getting flashbacks.
I don't have any notes for this,
I
but
hate that guy.
I watched a highlight clip from last game from Seattle of Geno Smith making some of the best throws I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like
He was so good in college.
like
he was
a
the most
minute-
accurate quarterback of all time.
Dude, it was crazy, dude. If I have that clip, I'll send it to you, Ben. It was crazy. Like I was like, holy shit.
I mean, good for Geno, man. If he's fucking pulling it out like in his like later years and has a good like 3 or 4 or 5 years, like actually is a good quarterback, that would be sick. You
That
know?
would be
really
sick,
happy
man.
for him.
It would
Yeah.
be sick. Like, 'cause that guy fucking was good, man. He was like the prodigy
Good on
of West
Mountaineers.
Virginia, and then he was good. He was just so accurate.
True. But yeah,
Tall,
so
stand-up quarterback. I like that guy.
so we won't talk too much about the other game here, but I have a note. Broncos country not riding. Can't believe he did that. They lose that game. He goes up on the
Still says it.
podium. It's at the end. I'm like the balls on this guy, bro.
He said Broncos country not riding.
No,
No,
he
he
said
said
about-
let's ride.
Yeah, he said his normal thing. He said right when they were berating him at that point, and then before he left, he goes, "Broncos country, let's ride." Just walks away.
I told you he's a character, bro. It feels like I know you guys haven't seen the show Ted Lasso, but it's like almost like that, bro. It's
The
like
key is Ted
character.
Lasso.
I mean, I love Ted Lasso. No, Ted Lasso is way better than that.
He's a
It's
killer,
just the
right? I've never
NFL,
seen
man.
her.
Like,
Ted Lasso's a murderer, right?
I think I scored a touchdown.
No.
Oh shit, never mind. I think it's something
Like, have
different.
that
I'm
many
thinking Ted
scoring
Bundy.
opportunities. That shit sucks. What a terrible.
Yeah, you gotta punch it in.
Like,
I
fucking
have heard.
something, bro. Like,
I know
throw the
we're
ball.
talking mad stuff
something.
about the new Subway guy, Russ Wilson, but he apparently has been hurt for the last 2 weeks.
You
He has,
wanna see
a
something
shoulder injury.
dangerous?
He's been getting like he's been getting injections for the
In his
last 2
taint.
weeks.
He tore his taint.
It's his
yeah.
shoulder, but
Same thing.
yeah.
Anyway, Brian sent me a video. It was like the commercial where he's like, "What commercial is that for again?"
Subway.
It is Subway. Yeah. And
His new sandwich. I ordered it.
he's
today.
like,
What
he's
is it?
like, he said something about like, you ever done
Turkey
something
sandwich.
dangerous, and then like he like pauses and looks at the camera. He's like, that is pretty dangerous. But in between
like he's
that,
talking to you.
yeah, it's like he's talking to you. But like in between that, it shows him like throwing like the worst passes and picks and shit. So like he's like, you ever done anything dangerous? And then it's like Russell Wilson with another pick, and then he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wow, that is pretty dangerous.
Classic.
It was funny. Anyways, enough about that. Another game that I want to kind of take a victory lap on here, and I'll give Ryan some props because he congratulated me pretty early. Sunday night game or Sunday morning game, sorry. New York Giants taking on Green Bay Packers. Giants end up taking that win 27-22. I have a note here. Devin called it. If you guys remember, I actually took them with the point. I said I would actually take the money line on that game. Did not end up doing that for real.
Why not, bro?
You're
Sorry,
the
I'm
only one who
playing
bets
with
my
my
own
head.
You
bets.
I can't hear
can't talk
anything.
shit after and not actually have done anything about it.
I missed everything you said.
expect
But
you
I
to bet on your
did-
bets this week.
All
I
right, bro.
can't bet, so I have the excuse.
I
That
bet
is
on your
true.
bets every week, dude.
Do you?
Yeah.
He's lost a lot of money.
I'll give you money for that.
Anyways, so
What's happening?
so like I said, Giants 4-1 now, looking good. NFC East with the Giants, Eagles,
I
Cowboys.
watched that game, by the way, that Giants game.
Yeah,
They look
Yeah.
they look
they
good.
look like legit.
I
Like
said that last week, just throwing that out there before they
Saquon's
beat the
so
Packers.
semi legit, yeah.
They look really good. So, but I have a question on the NFC East, right? Obviously, you got the Eagles fans, diehard rabid, Cowboys fans, quote unquote, America's team. My question is, do you think America in general is pulling for the Giants out of that division?
No.
No, you think-
Cowboys win, everybody America is gonna choose. Cowboys win, there's gonna be games switched.
See, I feel like every
They'll start playing
year,
night games.
every year, America or just the people, they latch onto the team that's like not supposed to be there, quote unquote. You know,
Who's that team?
the Giants. I think.
Maybe. I mean,
Everybody thought they're
maybe.
going to be trash, bro. They got
Yeah,
a
that's
first year head
true.
coach.
That's true. That's
Nobody
true.
likes
Dayball's-
Daniel Jones,
Dayball's
Saquon.
hyped.
Everybody
That's-
wrote
seen
him
after the
off.
game? That's true. Saquon stays healthy this year, definitely, man.
I mean, they're looking good, man.
Dude,
So
yeah, especially what if they're like good and everybody and like homeboy gets his contract and stays.
oh, they will, dude. If they make some damage this year, 100% he's getting a contract.
Dude, they
I
should
love that new coach, by the way, too.
He runs the fuck out of the ball too, man, and like
that dude's a blue collar. He reminds me of like Matt Patricia, but like a completely different, like
the correct version.
Yeah, like a 180 version of Matt Patricia. You know, like actually good. You know, although Matt Patricia kicked her ass this week. Anyways, so one question that I do want to ask from that game was in London. Is that the last London game, or are they going to keep doing that?
I think they have a game in Mexico this year.
And there's a game in Germany.
Okay, so this actually perfectly leads into my question. London games are super cool. What other places do you think that they need to start doing more of? I did see that they did Mexico.
I know Mexico loves
a couple years.
NFL. Yeah, they've done them almost every year, I think, right?
It's usually the Raiders that play there too, right?
Cardinals have played there a couple of times.
Yeah. And then Germany's one that I kind of forgot about. But so is there any other place that you guys think would like either benefit?
I think Australia would be cool because
that was my answer, bro. I think Australia would be perfect for the NFL.
Like New Zealand, someplace that there's a rugby field, I think that it would probably be popular. Can't go to China.
Okay. So Australia, okay. That was gonna be mine, I guess. To throw another one out, I think it'd be cool to like go to like Japan or Korea.
Japan would be cool.
It'd be cool. So I'll just throw that out there to be different. Ryan, you got like a random answer?
Cool. Actually, I have a kind of unique answer. So I know we were doing international. I think it'd be cool to do some games like in states that don't have teams. Like Alabama, Nebraska. Oregon, Nebraska, Kentucky, Oklahoma.
Think about it. College stadiums can house it.
The college Alabama, that'd be sick, bro. These people don't have teams, so you're just they can't go to games unless they drive super far.
Imagine like a Kansas City Chiefs or like I don't know Ravens game in Nebraska, like Cornhusker Stadium,
Kentucky.
It'd be sick
at nighttime. Oh my god, that shit would be sick.
And you're not doing like you don't have the crazy travel and like it's not as bad for the players to like go over there. I'm sure they like going over
like that
there.
answer.
Yeah, plus if it was like a college tour almost kind of thing, like the players would love that shit.
I like that answer. That's a little bit different than international. I like that.
That is.
I like that a lot.
I couldn't really think of. I think they went to a lot of the good places. It'd be cool to like see like a Toronto game or something, but that's not that cool.
And they have their own league in Canada. They might be a little
right. Yeah, it might be
the Grey Cup
type of rules.
Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Let's get a game to like Alabama.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I never really thought about that.
It would be Jacksonville, Houston, though.
It would.
That would be the game.
Speak of the devil, we got a barn burner of Jacksonville Denver Broncos in the UK on October 30th. So,
dude,
set your alarms.
I think the Jaguars are like not that bad. I know they lost to the Texans, but like,
yeah, I think they lost to the Texans, bro.
I think that they're good, and I think their defense is pretty good.
True.
I'm telling you, Dameon Pierce won that game. Straight up.
Okay.
Dameon Pierce, the defense, am I right?
And the defense, yeah, but Dameon Pierce scored those points.
True.
Watch the highlights, man.
How's the pulse down there right now? Like, our fans
dead.
Optimist. Okay, he's dead. Okay.
Is it because Davis Mills?
It's because of everything that happened. Everybody's like ashamed. Nobody talks about it.
Let's move that team to Alabama.
It used to be like a thing, but no. Astros are huge.
Thoughts on Alabama Texans?
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Alabamians did?
Dude, Alabama Oilers. No?
Ooh, that's kind of clean.
That would be clean.
Mississippi Oilers. That'd be cool. Mississippi, right?
Mississippi's a dumpster.
How do you like the Oilers?
All right, we're getting into like people's like homeland. Anyways,
Edmonton Oilers.
Come at me.
Anyways, one other quick note that I think was kind of a big note here. We had our first coach firing of the year. Matt Rule fired from Carolina Panthers here. I believe it was pretty quick after the game. It was like Sunday night, wasn't it? Or Monday? Was it the next day? I don't remember. But it was pretty quick after the game. 11-27 record in 3 seasons with the Carolina Panthers. You guys think it was time to move on? You give him a little bit more time? What's your guys' thoughts, Ben? I see you shaking your head. What do you think?
I mean, they owed him the money, but that's like the second richest.
They did.
Owner.
I will say, I'll throw that out there too.
Care. He doesn't care.
They cut him, and they still owe him like $46 million. So I'm sure he's
okay. Literally chump change. He'll just pay it, and it'll be fine.
But I guess, like in the football theory,
man.
Would you, if you were the GM, are you cutting him?
Yes.
Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, I think you've seen enough. You may as well just get the rebuild started now instead of like he's going to be coaching for his job, and you may as well just cut the cord.
I also think you keep Baker, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think like maybe give him a new coach and see how he does with the new coach, and
start your rebuild around him. Have some kind of quarterback.
Draft
some good players with your bad record.
I saw the Buffalo Bills are trying to trade for McCaffrey. You think
trade
that's
away
true?
McCaffrey to the Bills for the first round pick?
Let's get DJ Moore to the Giants, boys. DJ Moore to the Giants. They need a receiver.
I like that. Let's go, baby.
Just trade him off, dog. Get your picks. Just draft some players around Baker. See how it goes. And if it doesn't work, you probably have some picks left to draft a quarterback.
So I don't want to obviously talk too much about the Lions, but Matt Rule got fired 11-27, 3 years in. Dan Campbell's moving into his third year and has 4 wins so far. Okay. Let's say we have like an okay back half here, but we start the year slow. Do we fire Dan Campbell? Because it would be the similar situation. Why? So my question is, why do we keep Dan Campbell, but why is it okay to fire Matt Rule?
Ryan?
My opinion on that, I actually had a stat for Matt Rule too. They are 1-17 or something, or
that's teams with winning records.
Or I think it's like 1 and something. If the other team scores more than 17 points, they've only won like 1 game out of like, and they've lost 27 games or something like that. And it was like, that's crazy to me because they have 27 losses. You said so. 27 losses. It just blows me away. I think Dan Campbell. I think you give him next year for sure.
Fire him in the offseason if we do bad or something.
Yeah, I think you give them all a next year. I mean, if they start like 0-10 or something, then it's the same scenario. But I think if this one's kind of surprising because aren't they like 2-3, the Panthers or something? So that's kind of weird.
1-4.
Yeah, they're 1-4. They've only won 1 game.
I think they lost a really close game. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of it. But
so do the Lions.
That's what I'm saying is like the Lions. I feel like they're not getting smoked besides this last game, but they're always in it, and I just feel like that type of coach.
I will say you posted and said Lions are absolute trash. That's pretty brutal. I didn't see that.
I had a 16-game parlay, and one team messed it up.
The Lions?
Yep, I had the Lions to not lose by 22 points. Not a crazy.
That's easy. Bet. I mean, that's
no. We lost by 29. It's not easy, bro.
Whatever, 29. Like
what a bunch of pieces of shit.
Blew me away that they lost
that's
like that.
Fuck.
You said
I was
what?
angry. So sorry, Lions.
No. It's I was pretty upset with our performance too, bro. Like I said, not a Lions show, but so I do want to hit you guys here. I actually had 2 stats prepared, but I already said one. It was the Lions one, but. Another interesting stat that I thought was kind of cool. How do you guys say this name? Damie Brown? Washington?
It checks out, yeah.
Dwamie Brown?
Dwamie Brown?
De'Ami Brown? I don't know. De'Ami Brown. Let's go with that. De'Ami Brown from Washington Commanders. Big game. I've had my eye on this guy because Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Lions called him out when the Lions played him and was like, he got drafted in front of me and I was looking for him across the sideline and he wasn't playing, yada, yada, yada. He did only have 2 catches this last week, but he had 2 catches, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns, right? Pretty good stat line. Would you guys agree?
Sounds like a lucky week.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he is the first Washington player to have 2 30-plus yard touchdowns in a single game since Santana Moss in 2006.
Dude, Santana Moss.
There's a name for you, bro.
That guy was good.
But so that was kind of an interesting stat. And then my other stat, which we touched on, Lions first team to go 0-6 on fourth down conversions in a single game, worse since 1995. New England Patriots going 0-5. So those are my two, like, what the fuck stats. These are kind of crazy. Okay. One other thing, or I guess a couple other things I want to quick touch on here. Taysom Hill, kind of a baller week here. They call him the football guy. I saw that like a lot randomly. They're like, yeah, he's just a football guy. And I'm like, what? But he had 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, 1 fumble recovery, 112 yards rushing, 22 yards passing, and 69 return yards.
Nice.
The only thing he's missing is like an interception, bro. That's like what do they call it in baseball?
Is that like on the season, or was that the last game?
That's the last game, bro.
What he's missing is a catch. You think the tight end.
Dude, I'm looking at fantasy. He only got 34 points. Does he not get passing yard points?
I mean, he only had 22 yards. Passing.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
he like dumped one in.
Yeah, that's Troutman.
Like 100.
Dude, are you about to fucking check my man when he had a fucking All-American game? He's the football guy, bro.
Literally, yeah.
The football guy, but
yeah, I'm a big Taysom Hill guy. I like.
So yeah, I just wanted to kind of, I want to give him a little shout out, some accolades there.
Cool stat line for sure.
Yeah, very interesting stat line. I thought from one player.
Reminds me of like the yard. That's you'd see in the yard.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So the other kind of, the other biggest, I would say, kind of storyline to take away from week 5 here was the roughing the passer call on Tom Brady during the Falcons game. You guys see that clip? I guess one of the guys got Tom Brady, kind of swung him around and threw him down. Was it Grady Jarrett? There you go. They called roughing the passer on that. Cost Falcons the game, in my opinion.
It's a momentum tackle, you know, like where you like grab the guy and then like you're still going and you kind of just like spin him around. Well, Tom Brady didn't whiplash.
You see Tom Brady start kicking the guy.
He just got like taken down and they called roughing the passer.
So my question with that, okay, so we all saw the clip. My question with that, the NFL too soft, man. I know everybody talks about that, and I hate being the old guy that's like, oh, I remember back when people would just headbutt each other, but like, man, that was soft, dude. I saw a lot of players were talking about like, don't call the game different because it's Tom Brady first, but also don't call the game different because he's 45. He made the decision to play.
Yeah, you put yourself out there.
Yeah, 100%.
And I saw a side-by-side clip from the game last night where Mahomes got thrown down like that. No call. So, yeah. I don't know. I thought that was
officiating. It's not a set rule. It's all up to their judgment. You get what you get. It's like pass interference. What are you going to do? Honestly, what are you going to do?
The NFL did say they're going to kind of meet with the refs and go over what's like proper and what should be called and yada yada.
And you gotta realize that like all the concussions that have happened in the Tua situation, you got whipped around like that, and like
I don't have this on the list, but didn't Teddy Bridgewater get a concussion too now?
Yeah.
Who they got now?
God, who played?
He was like undrafted. I forgot his name.
Wow. I was hoping, dude, they should trade for like Nick Foles or something.
Skylar Thompson.
Gardner Minshew? That'd be sick, bro.
Skylar Thompson.
You go to BYU? No. I'm thinking somebody different.
I'm on NFL.com. I clicked on his name and it went to nothing.
No college? He didn't go to college?
It's not giving me any info. I'd have to Google
Kansas State.
Kansas State.
Yeah, he came in and threw 166 and a pick. Nailed it.
That's pretty good.
Lost a fumble, too.
Sounds pretty good. Okay. Well, that I would say on that note, I think that kind of wraps up the week 5 recap here. One of kind of a new segment that I want to start doing, and I wish I had the name of the person that I originally saw this from, but I saw on Instagram somebody was doing a guess the player, and they were given hints about players, and you would kind of guess, and you'd see if you got it. I thought it was pretty interesting, and I thought it would be a good segment. Both of these guys do not know the players, so only I know the players. So I'm going to kind of give you guys one clue at a time. I have one current player, one former player. So I'll give you guys that hint. All right.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the first player that we have. Or let me ask, do you guys understand what we're doing here?
Yeah, and when you're explaining it, I think I understand. I got you.
Okay. All right. So the first player is a current player. Okay. Was drafted.
Why'd you say that?
I have to say that. I already said that.
Okay.
Anyways, current player drafted round 4 in the 2012 draft out of Michigan State. I don't know if I want to say like guess now.
What year?
2012.
And he still plays?
He's a current player. Okay.
Michigan State.
He's on a team in the NFL today. He was drafted round 4, 2012 draft from Michigan State. Okay. Started his career with Washington. Don't shout it out yet. The last clue. He was a 3-time Pro Bowler. 2016, 2019, and 2021.
What position is this again?
I cannot say.
Oh, it's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be Kirk Cousins. I just thought about
Both you guys, Kirk Cousins?
The Pro Bowls are what giving it away from me, and then the started with Washington, and makes sense.
There's not any like running backs that play from Michigan State. There's no wide receivers. Michigan State does not produce offensive players.
Yeah.
But both your guys' guesses, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Lock it in.
The answer is Kirk Cousins. It was Kirk Cousins. I thought that one was, I wanted to kind of start it a little bit easier as kind of the first one here. The second one, I don't know if you guys will get. Okay. So the second player is a former player. It is not currently in the NFL. Was drafted in the first round, 2007 draft out of Miami. He started his career with the Bears and last played for Seattle in 2010. Who is that player? And I can read the clues again if you guys need them.
What was the first clue?
He was drafted in the first round in 2007 out of Miami Hurricanes.
He played for who?
He started his career with the Bears and last played for Seattle in 2020.
You said 2010 the first time.
I kind of have a guess, but I feel like it's way off. And I don't know where he went to college. So, you got a guess, Ben?
Any guesses?
Is this offense or defense?
I can't say.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Matt Forte.
Ooh, I like that.
He went to Tulane.
Tulane, that's his guess.
Why is that in your? When was he drafted? I'm googling Matt Forte.
2005, 6.
Okay, Ben, do you have a guess on who this player is? Former player.
That's me typing, not Ben. He was drafted in 2008, actually.
Bears? He was drafted by...
He was drafted by the Bears.
Dude, my guess is pretty good.
Dude, I got nothing.
You don't want to throw out a name? I guess it's kind of hard.
Wait, I have another guess.
Wait, no, you can't guess.
You can count as my guess.
Okay.
This is my guess now.
Actually, never mind. I'm taking my guess away. Because I just realized it's not who I think it is. It's just, you could just tell us, dude.
You want to throw out the name though? I'm kind of curious.
Devin Hester.
Devin Hester.
Damn it! Did he play for the Bears first or no?
Yeah.
I don't know if he last played for 2020 because the answer is not Devin Hester.
That was a good guess, bro.
That was good. Okay, so that makes me feel better. The first one was a little bit of a soft serve. This one's a little bit harder. So the player drafted first round, 27 draft out of Miami Hurricanes, started with the Bears, last played for Seattle 2010, is the world's best announcer, Greg motherfucking Olsen.
Oh, God.
Yeah, not a shot. You think he's a good announcer?
No, I just little fun fact. So that is Washington versus the Bears, right? And that leads me into the week 6 matchup for Thursday night. Washington Commanders taking on the Chicago Bears. Commanders 1-4, Bears 2-3. Thursday Night Football. What a game again. But I'm not going to do that every week. That was just a little like Easter egg. But I looked at that matchup and I was like, let me pick a team current, blah, blah, blah. I thought Greg Olsen, he's been announcing lately. I thought is doing a pretty good job. I don't think he's the world's best announcer, but I thought he's been doing good.
He doesn't do Thursday Night Football. What are we talking about?
No, he does not, but
he's just on the teams. He happened to play for both the teams, right? Is that what you're saying? Or one of the teams?
One of the teams. The other one started his career with Washington. Well, started with the career Washington Bears. They're playing Thursday night. That's where I got
Devin Hester ended his career with the Seahawks. That was a good guess, Ben.
Wait, so that's true though. That actually kind of works, but
it was just the years were.
I did put in the years on purpose.
2003 or something.
He got drafted in 2006, so that was only a year off. But he retired in 2017. It was a good guess, though.
That was a good guess, but I'll give you that. Yeah, Greg Olsen. So that's a big Thursday night matchup, and that's what we're looking for week 6. What a game. LOL. Give me both of you guys. Give me one thing each team has to do to win, and don't say score more points than the other team.
Get the ball in the end zone.
Okay, Chris Collinsworth, everyone.
Is there something you guys like are thinking? If I ask you straight up the question, Ben, what do the Bears got to do to win this game?
Learn to pass the ball.
So let's translate that to like effective passing game. Get Fields
Stop fucking
going.
running your quarterback and let him throw the ball.
Get Fields going a bit. Okay.
Just throw the ball. Just throw the ball. Throw it.
Who do you throw to?
Just throw
Darnell Mooney or whatever?
Fucking throw it. Just throw it. Fucking throw it. I'm telling you, bro.
All right, throw the ball.
Stop letting your quarterback run.
All right, so we got throw the ball for the Bears. Ryan, you got any? What's one thing each team's got to do?
For the Bears, they need to run Justin Fields. I'm just kidding. I just think they just gotta consistently move the ball. Use your running backs, throw them the ball. Get it moving.
Utilize short game was my answer.
Once you get the ball moving, you get the defense kind of on their heels, throwing those short passes. Then maybe you can run a little bit with Justin Fields.
Utilize your short game. Bring that defense in. Hit them over the top. You'll win the game, man. You'll win if they don't do it.
I just mean he has to learn how to pass too. Like everything has to. They have to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, let's flip it.
Equinemius St. Brown.
Equinemius actually.
Sorry.
Anyways, let's flip it here. What does Washington got to do to win the game? Same thing.
I think for Washington, the biggest thing for them, I pulled some stats too on this one. Wentz has had a turnover every game. He has multiple games with multiple turnovers. I think you just can't turn the ball off, as Ron would say, quarterback. You know what I mean? Like,
that is one topic I do want to quick touch on. Ron Rivera in a post-game or maybe just midweek press conference, they asked the question kind of like what separates the teams in the NFC East, and he straight up said quarterback. Look at all these teams, they have quarterbacks. My first thought was
and Daniel Jones.
That was my literal first thought was like, what, dude?
The Eagles don't have a quarterback. They have a running back playing quarterback, but it's fine.
I like Ron Rivera, but that was not it, bro.
You fucking fumble the ball like 3 times a game and throw 2 picks. Yeah, you threw 4 touchdowns. Cool. You lost by fucking
100%. He's right. I'm gonna say that, and I think
I don't think you do that.
You can't.
It's Carson Wentz. Who gives a shit? Everybody's fucking putting.
They paid him what? Fucking how much money did they pay him?
They traded for his contract, so they're paying for it, and then they might just let it ride.
They should have just got Jimmy. They were trying to get Jimmy G. They should have just got Jimmy G instead of falling back in. Who cares if Jimmy G was hurt at the time?
That Carson Wentz was their backup option, right? They wanted.
It looks like it too.
Yeah, because it's Carson Wentz, man.
Yeah, that's.
Dude, don't talk shit about him. He's the Lions QB next year, bro. We swap.
I think the Colts could use him, honestly.
No, actually, I'm gonna say Tannehill comes to Lions in a couple of years, bro.
I hope not, man.
Get
I mean,
someone
we have like
young
2
and
first-round picks. Like, how
Bro,
do we
I
not
don't
get
hope
a
either,
quarterback
bro,
this year?
but it's the Lions'
Some
way.
decent quarterbacks coming out this year. There's
All
no
right,
reason
so
to trust it.
back to the Thursday night game.
More
Raw
about the
prediction.
Lions.
Raw prediction. Who wins, Commanders or Bears? Ryan?
Commanders.
Commanders. Ben. Oh, Commanders. Double Commanders. All right, I'll go Bears. I'll go Bears to be different.
Top Bears.
Yeah, Bears. I do think actually the Bears playing at home, 2-3. They got a little bit of life. Washington just ain't it for me, so I'll go with the Bears. All right, so let's talk about sports betting. A little sports betting here. We obviously touched on kind of a couple games last week here. Obviously called the Giants game, won but didn't win. But I did bet on the Cowboys. They won. So you should listen to me with my bets. So I'm going to start here. 2 games locked. You guys know how it goes. I'm going to start with the 49ers going on the road, take on the Falcons. I thought the Falcons showed a lot of life playing Kansas City last week, or Tampa Bay, sorry. And the Falcons right now early on, 5.5 point favorites here. I'm going to take the Falcons with the points. I think even if they don't win, they make it a close game, under 5 points. Give me the Falcons at home. Ben?
My game is the Jets and the Packers. I think you take
like
the Jets
that.
with the points. It's +7. I think that they'll cover that. The Jets have been looking
actually
good.
really
The
like
Packers
that.
have not been looking good. So I think that every game with the Packers has been close, and I think that another 20-point game
I know we don't.
out of each of them.
I know regionally we don't get many Jets games, but have you guys seen much from the Jets? They actually have like some things where I watch them and I'm like, they're showing some life, man.
I know their defense is good.
They look
Defense
good.
and running
Everything
backs.
I see on them looks good. Zach Wilson's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's like both those New York teams I've been like,
yeah.
I've been looking Jets, Giants here. I'm like, okay, maybe I should move to New York. No, not really. Ryan, what's your first lock of the week here?
I almost want to say the Commanders. Carson Wentz has never lost to the Bears, but I'm not gonna say that. He's 3-0. But I'm gonna say this one I really like is I think the Bengals. They're -2 against the Saints. I think they cover that. I don't know why that line's so close. I know the Bengals have been kind of underwhelming, but the Saints have Taysom Hill and Jameis is like hurt, and they have Andy Dalton and Michael Thomas is hurt. Kamara's kind of banged up. Olave has a concussion. Landry's old. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the Bengals are gonna kind of have a good game here, and I think they win that game.
I mean, just straight up just roasted New Orleans Saints like passively. All Saints fans right now, just their heart just broke in half. You just like tore them apart. You're like, yeah, they're pretty much shit. Jameis sucks. Fucking Andy Dalton.
I like Jameis. He's hurt.
Nah,
he's on my fantasy team. Olave's on my fantasy team. They're both hurt.
You said old
I
man
hate Taysom
Landry.
Hill. I'll say it, dude.
Why? He scored so many points and did so many cool things. He returned yards.
All right, let's move on though. Let's move on here. Next game. I'll save mine for last. We'll go reverse order. Ryan, do you have a second game prepared?
Yeah, I do. So Vikings -3 against the Dolphins. I don't know who was Skyler. Is that his name?
Who?
Do they think Tua's going to be back, or maybe Teddy? But I think the Vikings win by more than 3 points. I think they cover against.
What's his name? Skylar Thompson.
Out, Teddy's gonna be out. Yeah.
Did you guys say
Teddy's
Skylar
probably
Thompson?
out. Tua might be out, but
I think Tua's gonna be out. I don't think they're gonna play him.
I think they're not going to want to risk that, and they're going to just lose the game and be 3-3, and then kind of start the season fresh, and hopefully they can figure it out.
Okay, I like that. I like that pick. Ben, you got a second game?
I think that Jacksonville Colts game, Jaguars Colts. I think the Jaguars outright win, and they're plus 2.5. So yes, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Colts are terrible.
It's at
I
the
think
Colts,
that game's
right?
gonna be close. I think
Yeah.
the game is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
We talk about it every week. Got to throw it in. Colts fans, I don't know
Colts
how
play
you guys
terrible
do it.
against Jacksonville every time.
I'm a Lions fan. We suck, but I watch your guys' game, and it's even worse. Sorry. Okay, so my last game, San Francisco. No, I already said that one. Baltimore Ravens going on the road to the Giants. We talked a lot about the Giants. I've been hyping them up. I'm going to post it. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. New York Giants +5 in this game, according to the current line here. I'm going to take them. I think the Giants win this outright, bro. YOLO. Let's go.
Wow, really?
No, probably not. But I'll take the Giants plus the points, though. I think it's at least close.
Yeah. Okay.
So give me the Giants +5 at home, by the way. I don't know if I said that. So I don't know. So that's the sports betting lock of the week. Hopefully you guys make some money. We are not betting experts, so if you bet and lose money from our bets,
it's your fault.
Good luck. Yeah, it's your fault, not us.
I can't even bet. So.
All right. So last segment we always kind of do this. Well, I guess starting last week we started doing this specific one, but fantasy football, stardom and sit-em. I want one stardom player and one sit-em player, and they could be any players you guys want. Any players you guys are like, man, I really don't like this. I do like this. So I will start it off here with Dawson Knox as my start of the week. Now, I'm somebody that has Dawson Knox in one fantasy league, and he's been
out, right?
He's been out, and even when he did play a couple weeks, like, it wasn't much. It is what it is. But they are playing Kansas City Chiefs this week. And guys, I don't know if you know this. Kansas City Chiefs, they've given up double-digit fantasy points to the starting tight end every single week this year. Every single week.
Crazy.
So, I'm going to go with the trend. I have Dawson Knox in one league. I got to start him. That's too crazy for me not to play him. So, that's my start of the week. Anybody else want to go? Ryan?
Yeah, I can go. So my start of the week is kind of off the wall. Not crazy off the wall, but it is Raheem Mostert, the running back for the Dolphins.
Tore it up.
Yeah, he over the past couple of weeks, I mean, his snap share went from like 40% to like 70% since the start of the year. And then they paid Chase Edmonds a bunch of money. He had one carry last week, not hurt. He's fine. 15% of snaps, he was in there. I think that team is leaning on him. He was in San Francisco with McDaniel.
Quarterback. Yeah.
They don't have a quarterback. They're trying to give it to the vet running back. He's super fast too for being older. Like, dude, he gets the ball. He looks like he shot out of a cannon every time.
Yeah, they were like running him on like sweeps and stuff.
Yeah, if he doesn't get hurt, which he usually does, he'll have a really good game. I think honestly, if he was in my waiver wire, I'd pick him up and play him.
I wonder what his rushing yards are, where it starts going like positive on the odds. Like, do you think it's like 64.5 maybe, where it starts getting like maybe like plus 112 or something?
Well, Ben gives his. If I can find
it. Okay. Ben, you got to start him for the week?
Yeah, I do. It's Taysom Hill.
Oh,
wow.
If you have Taysom Hill, you start him. He's playing at tight end. He threw a touchdown, right? And he like ran 2 in. Yeah.
3.
You don't get that kind of
ran 3
production out of a tight end. Tight ends are not consistent. The best you can get out of a consistent tight end is like 12 points. So to have like the splash points of fucking 35 or whatever, like, yeah, I think that you just play him.
Okay. Well, I guess that leads into my sit-em for the week, which is Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill.
I'm going to actually go against what you said. I hear what you're saying, bro, and I shouted him out. But that's as far as I'm going. If I have Taysom Hill on my fantasy team, I'm terrified to play him. That dude
plays tight end.
I know, but then like, okay, so like situation, I have Dawson Knox and Taysom Hill. You think Taysom Hill? He just had a good week.
How many points does Dawson Knox have this year?
Like 14.
How many weeks has he played?
Like 1.5. But what I'm saying is, I think I know he plays tight end, plays a bunch of different shit, but I saw a stat, and I don't have it. I tried finding it before when we were prepping here. But with Kamara full strength, when Kamara plays over 60% of the snaps, Taysom Hill's snap counts like minimal, bro. I think Kamara's coming back full strength. He already had a good week last week. I think he can prove that he'll be all right. And I just never know when to play him, dude. I really don't. So that's my sit for the week. I know he had a little bit of hype last week, but I would actually stay clear. So that actually works well with kind of the balance here. So let us know. I guess we'll see if Taysom Hill pops off this week. Ryan, you have a sit him?
Yeah. Taysom, I'm just kidding.
Let's go. No, sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I think I'm not gonna give my opinion. But
he was Taysom Hill. Let's be real.
Your
Your pre-meeting notes were Taysom Hill.
No, I agree with Ben. Actually, I'd probably play him. He just plays tight end, so you're just hoping for a touchdown, unless you have like Mark Andrews or Kelsey or.
Dawson
that's really
Knox.
it. Yeah. But anyway, my sit-em is someone on my team who I will probably be sitting, who's had a pretty good year so far. But I'm gonna sit Miles Sanders against the Cowboys.
Wow, I have Miles Sanders in a league. I might need to do that.
I think that Dallas has a really good defense. I think you can probably pivot off him. I mean, he gets like 12. I mean, he had like one good game, and then he gets like 10 to 15 points every game. Like that's fine, but I think he has kind of a down week, and then you're hoping you got someone else on your bench like a Raheem Mostert that you should have played.
Right.
Okay. Did you happen to find that stat on Mostert?
Oh, they don't have it. They don't have
it yet. We'll be curious.
I'll bet it whatever it is.
Yeah, but I'd be curious to see where that falls in. But I'm kind of with you though. I kind of like Mostert this week. But all right, Ben, do you have a gotta sit him player this week?
Yeah, it's Antonio Gibson. I'm giving up. I'm throwing in the towel on Antonio Gibson. I've been riding him out. Just progressively gotten kind of worse. It's not been terrible, but it's not getting better. And Robinson's back after getting shot for some reason. He's back.
Man.
And he's just going to take the snap count. They're going to run homeboy at kick return or something that I read. So it's not going to be great. I wouldn't play him, especially if you don't have to.
Yeah. I feel the same way kind of like about like someone like Cam Akers or something. Like every year, dude, that guy's ADP is like so high.
Because he's like their only running back.
Dude, we talked about this before. I'm a big Darrell Henderson fan, and McVay doesn't trust him for whatever reason to use in his prime years. He's going to go to like the Patriots and be like, meh. And people are going to be like, oh yeah, I remember Henderson. And dude, if they would run that guy, he'd be good. I don't know. That's just my take. No, they always want to change it, man. Who'd they have before him? Akers, before they traded for him?
Well, they drafted him, but
oh wait, no. Who am I thinking of? Oh, I was thinking of Sonny Michel.
Yeah, they had Sonny Michel last year.
That's who I was thinking of.
Plays with the Chargers now.
Yikes! How's he doing?
Plays. Todd Gurley. Imagine Todd Gurley in the prime.
He plays. I play for the Lions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's on the team. Yeah, he made.
He had one snap last team.
He's like projected like 0.8 points or something.
Yeah,
it's about a snap.
Yeah, that's only 0.89 more than I am. So
you get one. You get 1 point for a play snap. So
it's like writing your name on a test. You get a point.
You get a point for that, man. You wrote your name. Congrats, brother. You showed up for the game. But I think that's gonna do it. I'm actually really happy. We got through about an hour. I want to keep the episodes about an hour. And when I was writing the pre-scripts here, I was like, ooh, this one might go a little bit longer. So I'm glad we kind of got through this. Thought it was a good episode. Thanks again for everybody tuning in. Any VOD viewers, let us know again in the comments. Let me know what your favorite team is. I kind of want to know what people are, who team they root for, So
unless it's the Colts, don't let us.
Unless it's the Colts, don't let us know. And apologies, you probably hate me if you're a Colts fan.
Yeah,
let's be real. Yeah, there's probably like one Colt fan that like clicked on this video one time and like they got to the part where I was just roasting them and they were like, fuck you. But we had one comment. Shout out to the guy. He does Madden playthroughs. He commented on one of our videos and he recreated the Super Bowl last year.
Oh, nice.
And did a Madden game. It was pretty cool. So shout out to that guy. But yeah, that's going to do it. we'll be live again next Tuesday, 10 p.m. And as always, I'm Devin. We got Ryan, Ben. Thanks, guys. And see you next time, really. Bye.